Morning, YouTubers. It is voting day. Get out to the polls and vote, 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 or your voice isn't heard. I just officially voted for the first time ever today because I really felt like I didn't have a voice. So I decided, I think my voice does matter. So I went out and voted. Anyway, if I keep getting sick, I'm not going to have a voice. Literally. Anyway, I was asked to do a video on my opinion on open relationships. So, my personal opinion is bad idea. But only if you're already in a relationship. So, if you just meet a guy and he's like, okay, well, I'd like to take you to dinner and, see where it goes. If you tell him from the get-go, like, just so you know, I want to keep my options open. Like Mr. Kidders. Mr. Kidders speed dates everybody. All the ladies, huh? All the ladies. Who's gonna get all over my video? Anyway, so, if you tell him from the get-go, like, look, my options are open, wide open right now. And I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm dating other people. That's a whole different story, but I've known people who've gotten into open relationships when they've been committed to somebody for a long time. And the way I feel about it is, if you feel like you want to date other people, but date other people. Don't make somebody think that you want to be in a committed relationship and, they're the only one you're thinking about and all this, and then decide years later that you want to be in an open relationship, because it's going to cause problems. Somebody's going to get hurt. It could be you, or it could be one of the people outside of the actual relationship, or your partner. So, there's a lot of people that never like commitment. They fear it, they hate it, So if you never want to get married, don't. You don't want to use the term I love you, then definitely don't use that if you don't really feel like you love the person. Relationships are hard work. And when you have two people that are working as hard as they can to make a relationship work, and then one of them decides they want to bring in other people, it's going to cause a lot of drama and heartache that nobody's going to want to be prepared for. And a lot of my relationships in the past, I ended up in voluntary open relationships where they were just sleeping with everybody that they can get their hands on. And it always made me feel like, why am I not good enough? What is it that I'm not giving this person that makes them want to be with other people? And then I realized it wasn't me. I wasn't the problem. They didn't want a commitment. And I've always wanted to be married. I've always wanted to be the housewife, the mom, have a family. Because when I was growing up, my mom had a hard time with commitment. And, after being what I've been through with men, I can't blame her because, and women do it too. It's not just men. Women do a lot of it too. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, if you're just getting into a fresh relationship and you tell a person, like, look, let's take it slow because I'm seeing other people, that's different. And if they're not okay with that, end it. You know what I mean? But if you're already in a committed relationship and then you decide later on, like, I might want to have a boyfriend on the side, don't. Leave your partner then. If you want to speed date all of the Oakland Raiders football team, go do it, but I don't know, it would make me feel inadequate. If Ryan came home one day and said, hey, what do you think about an open relationship? What do you think about dating other people? Excuse me. And, I'd be devastated because I would think, what am I doing wrong? Why is it not good enough to just be with me? But when I first met Ryan, for like a whole year before I met Ryan, I was just doing my own thing. I didn't want to be tied down, and I made sure people knew that. I don't want to be in a relationship. I just want to do my own thing. And I was okay with that. And then when I met Ryan, I had no intentions of committing because I had done it so many times and been hurt so many times that I got to the point where I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth all the effort and the hard work you put in to having a relationship with somebody. So, after a while, I finally decided, like, this guy's worth committing to. I don't feel like I have a problem. And I didn't see anybody else. Once me and Ryan became in an actual relationship, I didn't see anybody else. And I committed to only being with him, But when I first met him, I told him, I'm just kind of seeing different people right now because that's what I chose to do. And he was aware of the fact. But then when I told him, like, I'm ready to commit to just you, then I could tell that he was kind of relieved because he was like, well, you're my only one. And I'm like, well, I'm not ready for that yet, But now we're happily married. And so the thought of bringing anybody else into our relationship has never been an option for me since I committed to Ryan. So, I mean, like I said, the beginning of a relationship, you're just learning each other and all these things, and you should know. You should definitely know who you're being committed to before you fully commit. I just feel like if you want to be in the open relationship business, then tell them from the get-go. Don't wait. And if you've been in a committed relationship for a year and then you decide that you want to see other people, then I mean, you're pretty much saying, like, this isn't good enough for me. I want more. And so the best way to handle that is to just end the committed relationship. End it on a good note so that nobody gets hurt and everybody understands things from every point of view. And, what you do is not my business. It is not up to me to say you're wrong or that's not okay. That's not my business to judge you. You do what you want, who you want, when you want, however you want, But my personal opinion is that, I have not thought once in the past, 2.5 years, not thought once about bringing anybody else in because I'm happy and he's happy, I think. He's never brought it up either. And there was a heated discussion one time, somebody we knew had went to her husband and said, I want to have an open relationship. He flipped out, filed divorce, and she hadn't slept with somebody else. All she was saying was, I kind of feel like I want to do this. And I understood both sides of it. I understood the devastation when he wanted to file for divorce because I'd feel like, why are you even thinking about other people? Like, aren't I enough to keep you happy? Why would you need someone else? And at the same time, she was just expressing a feeling, and she hadn't acted on it. And she had even told us, if he said no, I'm not okay with that, then I would have been like, okay, cool, we won't do that then. And so he should have heard her out, but at the same time, I understand where he's coming from. I would be devastated. I really would. So just be careful. Do what you want. Your lifestyle is your lifestyle. Just because I'm against it doesn't mean anybody else should be. You're not obligated to listen to any of the crap that I have to say about anything. But my opinion was asked, and that was my opinion. That I'm for open relationships if it's at the beginning and it's set at the beginning and it's set in stone. Right now, I want to be with other people. Don't wait until you're already committed. Don't wait until this person looks at you like you're their everything. Because someone's going to get hurt. And you can't say, well, if we decide to sleep with other people, there's no feelings, and we make sure that these people know there's no feelings. You can't stop somebody from getting feelings for you. You can't stop yourself from getting feelings from somebody else. And even if you say, well, if we get feelings, we'll just stop. It doesn't work like that. Once you have feelings for someone, you have feelings. You can't just turn it off. I can't. If I get feelings for somebody, I can't just say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to like you today, but tomorrow you're not going to be shit. Nothing. Sorry. Excuse my language. Anyway, so that's my take on it. but I've always wanted to be committed. So people are different, and you're not wrong if you don't like commitment. You're not a disgusting human being if you want open relationships. That's on you. It's all on you. But keep in mind the drama and the problems and the heartache that will come with it if you decide way later down the road after being in a relationship for so long that you want other people to join. I promise you it's going to cause issues. I promise. But just think about it and be safe. Whatever you do, be safe. No matter what it is that you're into, just do it safely. You know, and you know what? It's your own damn business. It's not anybody else's business what you do. That's the way I see it. But my honest opinion, I would never want to be in a relationship that was open. You know, being in numerous involuntary open relationships really does that to you. But for the longest time thinking that I was the problem, it wasn't. They just didn't want commitment. You know, and so I hated them for a minute when they cheated on me, but then I realized, like, they're just not ready for what I'm ready for, and that's okay. And I moved on with it, and I'm not angry about it anymore. You know, but if Ryan came home and said, I want to see other people, I'd wonder why I wasn't good enough. I'd wonder if the dinners I make aren't good enough, or if the way I take care of the kids or clean the house, you know, or the one day that I didn't feel good and I just let the laundry sit. You know what I mean? It would make me really question my abilities to be a wife and a mom. But as of right now, I am happily committed, and my husband's happily committed, and we have no intentions of adding anybody else to the relationship. But so I hope this helps. And if you have another opinion or a comment, drop them below. Let me know what you think. And I just hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your voting day. And I am going to sign out for now, and I will update you guys with another makeup video later in the week. Okay, have a great Tuesday. Bye, guys.